Steve says, been checking out Hump Day Hangouts for some time. Great stuff. Thanks. Today, my first question. Awesome. Well, glad to have you here, Steve. I've heard you guys, and especially Marco, talking about semantic seed sites, yet I can find little practical information about how to achieve this status, assuming I have a site, non-local, selling e-products that has good content, original plus curated. I've added JSON LD markup, and I'm using RSS, IFTTT syndication to social sites, branded Tier 1 network. What other specific steps do I need to take to make my site a semantic seed site, and how will I know when it is one? Are there specific things involved, or is it like calling your site an authority site, vague meaning but no real definition? Thanks. Marco, I'm going to dump this one in your lap.
No, no problem. I wasn't vague at all about how to create a seed site or a seed set. It starts with IFTTT. I mean, that's how you start sending the signals and the trust. But the one sure way to do it is to get a verified map. You go and you verified you get a verified business listing, and then you can push that trust. Then I would have to start giving away too much on how to do multiple locations and how you can set all that up, right? I'm not ready to give all that stuff away, but it can be done. Mm-hmm. You can use one location to verify multiple locations, and then you can create your seed set, or just transfer the trust from the one seed site that you created. Once it has enough trust, transfer it to others in the set. But that's what happens anyway when we get a verified Google My Business listing and we get that tier 1 going and we start posting to it, because they're all trusted sources anyway. And what's coming back is links from trusted sources to the blog or whatever it is that you're running. You know, your business site, your personal site. All of a sudden, that becomes a trusted site. I mean, we looked at the other day, right, Monday, in our mastermind, on one guy and how he was manipulating maps to create his seed sites and seed sets. And it works really well, guys. Once you get it done, you avoid penalties, you shield yourself away from anything. Now, this is very technical, and it's not something that I can give away in the mastermind, in a Hump Day Hangout, and it's not something that I'm going to give away publicly anyway. At some point, I might do maybe a webinar or some training on how to develop seed sites and seed sets. But one of the ways that we do it is IFTTT.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. But I mean, yeah, even if you've got an e-com business, you can still register the business to a local address. It could be your home address, or it could be, if you have an actual office, I would recommend that you verify it to your office. But if not, if you don't want to use a home address, if that's what you've got as an e-com store, you can use a P.O. box. Just use the street address option. And that way you can get that verified local Google My Business listing, which is going to help to validate the entity. That's what Marco's saying.
Right. And just to add to this, one thing that we learned from RYS Academy that people need to be clear on is thinking local. And thinking local maybe as just your neighborhood or just your city. But really, your local, when it comes to maps, can be any geographical area that you're working in. The street address then becomes irrelevant because you're not delivering services to your customers at your actual brick and mortar store. What you're doing is you're serving people at their place of business, right? So whether you do it locally, statewide, regional, nationwide, or even globally, then the global setting becomes your local. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you verify, you're not going to be publishing your address. You're going to go after the region. And but when you think of local, you have to think of your local approach that way. When you e-commerce or whatever it is that you're doing on a larger scale than maybe just a neighborhood, I don't know, plumber or anything else that might fall under those categories as far as services are concerned.
Yeah.